I must be going. Mind where you're going. Health to you.
God be with you, kind sir.
You see, meine Dame, we aren't idle here. My man trained like that every day.
Admirable. If Sigismund and his army happened to... Lo, the worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his desolate fortress.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as mein Großvater said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison. And mine is one of the best in the region. What do you say, lad? Am I right? What did you... Why don't you...
No problem.
Come, you pull car. The first...
Take that!
You see, meine Dame?
Lo, I'm just holding...
That's not in the end. What do you...
Oh, your grand...
What did you say? Why don't you...
Nope.
Come, you pull car. The first...
Excellent, Henry.
It was nothing.
Gut gemacht. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword. I hope my idiots learned a thing or two from you.
You should receive some kind of reward for that feat.
And what rewards would you have in mind?
I was rearranging our saddlebags, and I remembered I took a small memento from Trotsky.
Oh. What is it?
A hunting crossbow. I was meaning to sell it, but...
My word. I better go and find Zizka.
I saw Zizka next...
Do you want to come with it?
Not really. I'll go and pack my things in. I have a feeling we'll have to leave soon.
Why?
A woman's intuition.
What happened at Nebakov?
You're asking me?
Oh, of course. I know you weren't there, but maybe you heard something. I only remember that diabolical shot.
That must have been really I'm afraid all I know is when they took the fortress. I'm sorry. But most...
Do you know if Michael...
I'm afraid I do know.
Did you know him?
He was a good man. Not now.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I can't...
No, that's all right. I'd like...
What do you want?
How's it going?
Sehr interessant. I thought you were helping Zizka.
What of it?
Was soll ich sagen? After our Lord paid ransom for us to the Scheißkerl Cherton. Aber warte. You ought to have a word with our huntsman Dobrosh. See, someone poached a white roebuck in his territory the other day.
A white roebuck?
Yeah, and Dobrosh takes it as a personal offense.
What exactly do you mean by...
Just ask him if there's anything new happening in his territory. Oh, yeah. He really doted on that creature. Und das war alles. I don't have anything else.
All right, thank you. I heard...
They are, but they couldn't have been more wrong. Why should he pay them out of his...
What?
Dann pass mal auf.
So that Hungarian...
Das trifft, and yet...
I need to top up my supplies.
You'd be better off asking the innkeeper Slivka in the village, and that's no surprise.
How do things work around here?
Not really, except for the Sigismund military camp at Opatowitz. And it isn't really all that safe in diese Banditen. So God will, these evil times will soon be over.
How's it going, Captain? What of it?
Zum Glück, if you're...
Good morning.
What goes on in the forest, Huntsman?
There are poachers prowling in the woods, a band led by this ginger-headed muck of Marshowitz. They've been causing trouble for quite some time, but now they've really overdone it.
What happened?
They killed a rare white roebuck that lived in our woods. Killed and skinned it. Sir Peter Apisek put a bounty on their heads. The bounty's yours if you help me track them down.
All right, Huntsman. I'll try to track the poachers down. Maybe they haven't sold the hide yet, and I'll be able to find it.
Excellent. And if you mete out capital punishment on the spot, all the better. Every member of that band carries a squirrel tail on them. Probably a badge of their hunting prowess. Bring them to me as evidence.
Where should I look for these poachers?
Ah, that's the hard part. I'm sure they have a hideout in the woods around here, but you'll have to track them down yourself. Best of luck.
I wanted to...
What would you like?
Do you know any more about these poachers?
They're led by some fella called Markov Marshowitz, and they fancy themselves some kind of a brotherhood. From what I've heard, they showed up in the village below the castle a couple of times trying to sell venison. The guards always sent them packing. Our knacker, Wolfram, was the only one who talked to them.
That knacker, Wolfram.
Oh, he has a dishonourable profession, but having the gall to work with poachers, he's on thin enough ice as it is, being a... But he might know something about that band.
I must say.
It's an exceedingly rare animal. It was beautiful. Sir Peter forbade hunting it, but I wouldn't have even if I could.
That's all I need to know for now.
Now, stop by. Farewell.
that away!
Good morning, lad.
Show me your way.
I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend. How can I help?
What do you have for...
Take care, then. Thanks for...
What do you...
Pleasure doing business. Take care.
What are you doing, you whistler?
What can I do for you?
I'll have a look at the
Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
What was it I wanted?
How are things at home? Calm down a bit?
Greetings.
I'll have a look at...
You're a bit picky, aren't you?
Sure ain't easy to please.
Aye. I get a bad feeling when nothing's going wrong. Don't our learned physicians have a name for that?
I believe it's called boredom.
What? I'm not bored.
Schön. Dann...
Well, I'll be going now. Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Another mongrel.
What did I do to you?
No, when I was a lad, I made a bet with some friends that I could run all the way down the Devil's Slope without stopping once. That's what we called this one really steep hill. Once you started down it, you either had to run all the way to the bottom, or tumble all the way.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
Me? Bah, considering what we've been through, surprisingly good.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
Nah, don't say that. You still have your strength. A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one, I'd say. But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing, and you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
Are you expecting trouble?
I always expect trouble. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by.
What about that dry devil of yours? Did you find out where he went?
No, nobody asked him where he was going. But it seems they're hoping it's as far away as possible. I'm not surprised.
At least Jobst might know where he is.
He might. To be honest.
I'll be going.
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
I beg your pardon, Margrave, but I have the feeling you already know everything.
Really? I have the opposite feeling. These days, I seem to be completely in the dark. John of Liechtenstein, my court spy, I suppose you could say, has mysteriously fallen silent. But there's one thing you're right about. I have a fair idea about what you got up to at Trotsky. Now, let's get to a more important question. I heard you ended up in von Bergov's dungeon. And judging by the state you were in when you arrived, I expect they didn't treat you too well. You didn't reveal anything important there by any chance?
Well, they asked questions, yes. But I was counting on that and prepared myself for it.
How did you prepare yourself?
I just thought something up.
Henry, what exactly did you tell them? What you might consider to be a minor detail might be something of utmost importance.
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
But you said you had time to think. So how was it then?
Well,
I've had better liars than you failed to trick me. So tell me, what came out of those loose lips of yours?
although it wasn't me who told him, von Bergov did get certain information.
What information?
About Liechtenstein. That he's in Kuttenberg. And what he's doing there. I'm really sorry, sir, but... well, they tortured us.
That is truly unfortunate. But you've nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's too much to expect anyone to hold their tongue under torture.
But Lord Liechtenstein...
John went straight... Thank you for the news. As soon as it's possible...
What? I have to rescue Sir...
A noble thought.
But I made a promise.
I understand. The most sensible course...
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnock, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnock came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
Oh. And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
I get the feeling Yopes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go! devil doesn't know you, but he should recognize me, even like this, unless he's too drunk.
What is your plan, anyway? Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find him?
That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
So all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumor mill, and if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on.
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place. It's a favored meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to start. And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. And the devil's capable. of anything, really.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Inek's not alone. He has the devil's pack.
Who?
That's what his band is called. They're exactly the sort of men we need.
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes? What about Liechtenstein and Capon?
The same thing we did to von Berghoff. But don't worry. It's going to take a lot of time before we're ready. In the meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I hope so. And when he's free, then we can step on Sigismund's toes. I'm sure Lord Capon will be happy to... help?
In that case, he'd be better off staying in captivity. So, what do you say? Should we speed up?
The road's quiet. The surroundings are pretty. Why a rush? At least we won't be so conspicuous.
If you say so.
Shouldn't we speed up? We won't get there before dark like this.
What's the matter? Don't you want to enjoy the scenery?
Right. Why hurry? There's plenty of time.
Slow down, you idiot!